Hello, viewers. This is Michael from Screen Reviews, bringing you a new podcast for my seventh called the Super Sentai Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand me. Also, I try to do my best not to preach too hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain your adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain your adult language if you're under 18. Now, if you're over 18, that means you have to watch this audio podcast recording. So, anyway, with this and everything else at the way, let's get into the latest episode of Boonboomger. So, anyway, this episode starts like this: we see Agent Salva at the Boom Rangers headquarters, talking to Gemma while Boom Boom is is cooking up some curry. So basically, Agent Yara had this briefcase she wants the Rangers to deliver. Wants the Rangers to deliver, but she wanted tire. She wanted tire. He wanted tire, and tire had tire, and the other Rangers to handle this delivery. But things like tire and the rest of the guys are doing something. Are doing something important, doing something very important at the moment, and they don't know, and Pink is at her job, at her bakery job and whatnot. So anyway, Gimbo was like, well, since you're here and Tyre's still vouch for you, I need you to deliver this briefcase to a lab on foot and whatnot. So basically, Saba was like, doesn't really trust Gimba that much, but Gimba is like, I'll be honored to deliver this. It's my first time being a delivery man. So basically, seems like Gimba is happy to do it, and Boom Boom was like, co-siding with, like Gimba's alright, co-signing to Gimba to deliver that case and whatnot, and basically, and Agent Thomas thinks that Boom Boom is so cute and whatnot, he, really likes how cute Boom Boom is for some reason. Anyway, meanwhile, we see Decade and Sasa, having a little memorial service for Mad Rex, who got destroyed by the Blue Rangers. So basically, even though Mad Rex treated them like crap, but they still respected him, and they still their commander slash comrade. So basically, Yaya was like, yes, I know we should, yes, it is sad that Mad Rex got destroyed by the Rangers, but we should take the sadness and focus on getting revenge on the Rangers for destroying Mad Rex, and also collect gasoline energy from humans as well. So basically, Yaya was like, get a pet talk to D-Trade and Tasa, and basically, and basically, they certainly noticed that Gimmo was walking by with the briefcase, and basically, and they started to follow Gimba and got curious and what's with the briefcase, and basically, we see Meadow Boom Pink, outside the bakery that she works at, selling mochi. Turns out it's Children's Day. And those who don't know what Children's Day, in Japan, there's a day for children and whatnot. So basically they're outside the shop, selling special mochi for Children's Day. So anyway, Minnow saw Gemma and basically, got, and basically talked to him for a minute and basically you know, start to talk to Gemma, what's with the briefcase, what's with the briefcase from the ISA, and basically Gemma said, "Oh, this is a special power outputter device I'm supposed to deliver to the lab for the ASA, but there's a problem. If I drop this, is this thing is I drop this briefcase, this thing is highly explosive. So basically, if I drop this, it's it's gonna be a huge hole. Whatever, it's gonna be a big ass explosion happen if I drop this briefcase with the special power output converter in here. So anyway, so basically, hiding behind some rocks, Yaya, Tasha, and Detroit heard what heard the whole conversation between Gimba and Meadow, and basically so Meadow decided to take. Oh, sorry, I had to sneeze. All right, so basically, after hearing that, so basically they figured they can use this bus against the Rangers and use it to take down the Rangers, and once they did that, use the bus to take down the Rangers, and therefore it will be easier to take human gasoline energy from the humans now. Once they use the device to take down the Rangers and whatnot. So basically, Middle after hearing that, Middle was like, whoa, I don't think it's safe for you to deliver this dangerous device by yourself. So basically, like, Middle said, told her boss that, I'm taking the rest of the day off because I had something to do with my friend over here. So basically, Meadow, tagged along, and just in case, something, to make sure that, Gimba doesn't drop that briefcase, and cause that he was exposed in the city. So anyway, things, Meadow was like, was being overly cautious. Seemed like Gemma was doing a good job, carrying the briefcase until Meadow joined while she's being overly cautious, almost caused, Gemma to drop the briefcase. But lucky that Gemma is very had some quick reflexes and whatnot. So anyway. So once Minnow told her boss that told her boss that I'm taking the rest of the I'm going to friend Gimmer and whatnot. So basically, Tasha used her powers to make a monster from one of those goldfish screamers. That streamers that the look like the Japanese streamers that looks like a goldfish or koi fish, and basically it turned that into a monster. And it became a koi streamer monster, and basically they so basically they told the monster to go after the Rangers and get that briefcase, but the monster went the wrong way, and basically they chased after the core stream monster. But Tasha came back, and bought some mochi or some Metal Boss. So basically, Metal Boss had a little table, some special mochi for Children's Day, and basically, Yaya came back and and paid and and got some mochi from Metal Boss and whatnot. So anyway, meanwhile, we see the other Rangers, seems like they're helping out, was helping out, I believe I believe they're helping out a school or a community center somewhere for the children, for Children's Day. So basically, we see Black helping clean up a classroom or community room, a children's community room and whatnot, and we see Blue we see we see we see we see we see Shadow and Taya, coming back with stuff, food and stuff for the kids, everybody who was working on cleaning up that community center or classroom and whatnot. So basically, like Ty said that we love helping out kids, especially on Children's Day. So basically, that's what Officer Joe, Chino, and Ty were doing. They was helping a bunch of kids clean up their classroom or community center for Children's Day. So basically, Minnow and Joe were once again was on their way to the lab to drop off the briefcase with the power outputter that agent Saba gave Gemma to deliver, and basically the Cory monster showed up with a bunch of foot soldiers carrying him, and basically the monster has the ability to make anything float in the sky. So basically, when Minnow tried to morph up, the monster used his power to make Minnow's morpher to float up in the sky. But Minnow was holding on to the morpher and stopping it to floating way up into the sky. And basically, so basically, while Minnow was trying to keep her morpher to the ground, grounded, after Gemma was basically was basically fighting the foot soldiers and basically and jumping the briefcase at the same time and making sure that the briefcase doesn't fall to the ground or it will cause a huge explosion. So basically, turns out that Yaya and Detroit did not tell the monster to be careful with the briefcase. They left up the briefcase is highly explosive, so whatnot, and basically Gemma was able to trick the monster to use his powers on the foot soldiers, and therefore had the foot soldiers floated in the sky, or sky for had the foot soldiers floating in the sky for for a few minutes and whatnot, and basically that's when D-Trey and Tasha pulled the monster to the side, and basically once they pulled the monster to the side around the corner, the monster's floating powers were off from from Middle's Morpher and the foot soldiers. So basically, once the monster got away from was pulled aside by Tasha and Detroit, his floating powers were off from the foot soldiers and Middle's Morpher. So anyway, Tasha and Detroit told him that don't let that briefcase has a dangerous device in it that we can going to use, but we cannot let that drop or it's gonna cause a huge explosion. So basically, he came. He told them the chorus streaming monster came back around the corner, and basically Meadow and Gimba already left, and basically the foot soldier was just lying there on the ground after being dropped, after being dropped by after the monster's floating powers got wear off to them and basically fell to the ground and whatnot, still laying on the ground. So anyway. So anyway, and basically, Meadow and Gamma started to bond and whatnot, and say that, well, while I was procuring items for my customers, I always took that job seriously. I never really had the satisfaction, So basically, before I became one of you guys, my job was just to cure items for my customers, but I never really found happiness in that job. Yeah, I did like the money and whatnot, but I never really found happiness. So basically, ever since I started hanging with you guys, and this is my first delivery as a delivery person, I'm starting to have fun with this job. I'm starting to have fun, and basically, Miller was happy for Gimma, and basically the monster showed up along with DK, Yaya, and Casa, and basically a bunch of foot soldiers showed up, and basically so this time they morphed up, and basically seemed that there was seems like every like Minnow and Gimma were ready for battle, but Gimma gave Minnow the briefcase while he took Minnow's weapon and basically said, "I'll take care of the footers and the monster." monsters, you take care of the briefcase. Take care of the briefcase. So anyway, so basically, Gemma took out the fortress in less than 7 minutes, and he was counting down he was counting down the seven. He took out the fortress in less than 7 seconds, and he was counting down seconds as well while he was taking down the fortresses. So basically, once the person got took down, the monster started to attack Gimba, and basically, and that's when Gimba's morpher started to beep, and basically like, it must be time. It must be oh, that means that it must be time to expose this charade. And basically, he took the briefcase from Minnow and threw up in the air, and basically, everybody started to freak out, and basically, the bad guys was trying to stop the briefcase from falling to the ground. It turns out the briefcase was just a decoy, while Tyre and the others delivered the real device. So basically, turns out that Agent Saba and Agent Saba and Tyre figured that it's most likely the bad guys will try to get to the device somehow, and basically, decide to use Gimba as a decoy and whatnot that other rangers can deliver the real device to the lab. So basically, it was all a big decoy distraction for the other rangers to deliver the real device to the lab for the ISA. So basically, Minna was like, was not happy with it, but at the same time, she was like, well, she was like, thank God. So basically, Tyre and the rest of the Rangers morphed up and basically used their finishing attacks, used their team finish attack on the monster, and therefore destroy the monster. And like usual, Jaya absorb the energy from the falling monster, and therefore into the space highway, and basically they summoned the boom cars and basically chased after Yaya and forced Yaya out with some crazy tactics. And basically once Yaya got out of the space highway, he 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 brought the monster back to life at giant size, and basically, Boom Boom transformed into his Megazord form, and basically used the power of different boom cards to take down the streaming Koi monster, and basically using the Bill Megazord combination, custom special custom form to take down the Koi streaming monster, and therefore everything was good for Children's Day. So basically, the Rangers celebrated back at the other Rangers celebrated at headquarters. Meadow was still kind of pit you. Minna was still kind of mad that she was left out of the plan, but Gimba said that, wow, we was going to tell you, but it was we didn't have the time to tell you about the whole decoy plan, but you did pay a major help for that made the decoy plan at ASS. So basically, Minna was like, I'm happy with that. So basically, they was all eating mochi, and Boom Boom made some curry to go with the mochi, and basically this is how the episode ended with the Rangers at the headquarters, eating mochi and some Boom Boom curry with that Boom Boom made, and basically this is how the episode ended on this note. So anyway, this was an okay episode. So basically, this was an okay episode. But I was really hoping that the ASA was, that the item was in the briefcase was a special morpher that the ISA was working on. So basically, I was hoping that the briefcase would contain the morpher for the Violet Ranger inside. But we just have to wait and see. So anyway, this was a good episode. This was a good, okay episode. Anyway, what you guys think about this episode? Good, bad, or just okay? Please let me know with the comments below. Anyway, signing off from Screw Reviews. One.